Breaking news, Trump just hit all new Chinese imports with tariffs of up to 145%. If you're selling on Amazon the traditional way and buying stuff from China, this is an absolute nightmare. But what if I told you there's a better way? So many new Amazon sellers are wasting time and money with the wrong methods, leading to failure, and I don't want that to be you. I've helped thousands of Amazon sellers avoid these mistakes and get their first profitable sales fast, and I want to help you too. In this video, I'm going to break down what the Trump tariffs are, what they actually mean, and how you should navigate moving forward as a newer existing Amazon seller in 2025. So to start off, what actually is a tariff? A tariff is a tax on imported goods. The goal being, by making imported goods more expensive, it incentivizes businesses to source their products locally, in this case from US-based suppliers, and adds additional revenue for the government in the form of the tariffs actually collected. In 2025, Trump introduced massive tariffs on China, up to 145% in some categories. These tariffs affect stuff like home goods, beauty products, electronics, toys, and pet supplies, aka the most common Amazon private label categories. Things like makeup mirrors, pet grooming kits, wireless chargers, and water bottles. These now cost way more money to import. Almost everyone doing the traditional classic way of selling on Amazon buys product from Alibaba and China to create their listings on Amazon. It's super simple, right? You just find a product, brand it as your own, ship it off to the Amazon FBA warehouse, and it just starts making sales immediately and you get rich tomorrow, right? Well, of course, not so much so, and these new tariffs don't help. Private label is already hard enough, and that's without the new impact of these new tariffs. To show you what they actually mean, let's say you source a product for $4 and your shipping cost is $1 per unit. This makes your total landed cost per unit $5. Say you sell this item for $15 on Amazon, which is pretty reasonable. Traditionally, that's going to leave you about $4 profit before any advertising cost. But say now you have to pay an additional $1.25 tariff on each unit, blend it out. This cuts into your profit significantly and adds an additional challenge, because remember guys, when you're selling unbranded products as your own on Amazon via private label, you also have to create demand and actually spend money on Amazon ads to get people to buy your listings, which from the get-go have no reviews and no trust. Adding tariffs to your costs on top of all of this makes it difficult to not have to increase prices on your consumers and risk hurting your brand trust long term. A lot of private label sellers have also seen their own Chinese suppliers start to compete with them on Amazon, but the problem is they can price a lot lower due to the lack of complex supply chain and being that they supply the raw materials and do all the prep work themselves. Amazon even does the same thing with their own Amazon Basics line, and because Amazon's a giant company that doesn't need to maximize profit today, like you do as a small business, they can literally undercut you with way larger orders and wait significantly longer to make money, or even lose money in some cases just to gain market share. So competing with Amazon and private label is another issue as well. Amazon does way bigger orders than you, so their costs are lower and they can wait a lot longer to make money, and they can run ads on their own products because they own the platform, which cuts down on costs too. Private label is just too hard for beginners in 2025. Additional challenges for private label sellers include the lead time for the product to actually get here from China, high minimum order quantities, risk of delays in customs, and no flexibility to change your products on the fly. Once you buy a product and place a multi-$1,000 order, you can't really change it. And that's not even mentioning ad costs, long-term storage fees, or the risk of getting stuck with unsold inventory. While the new tariffs have drastically increased costs to source products from China, the problem is US manufacturing is still significantly more expensive, which leads to long-term risk of more political instability around this issue of the trade war. This all makes things very hard for beginner Amazon sellers getting started with the Amazon private label model. But if you're looking for a solution to build an Amazon business without all these risks, that's where my journey comes in. I went from zero to making over 6 figures profit in under a year selling big name brand products with Amazon online arbitrage. And I'm not the only one. I've seen new sellers start with the arbitrage model and hit their first $1,000 profit months more times than I can count. So how does online arbitrage work and why is it better? Online arbitrage allows you to work from home and just buy products from big retail websites like Kohl's, Walmart, and Target to flip on Amazon for a profit. No big lead times or customs involved. Tariffs, not your problem. Getting customers, not a problem either, because we're selling on proven listings that already have a lot of sales history and reviews and proof of other sellers making money on them, and we just hop on and coexist with them because Amazon rotates the buy box to everyone that's priced competitively and has their inventory checked in at Amazon FBA. Big brands like Disney, Nautica, Gap, and Walmart's own private label brands sell great for the online arbitrage model, and there's literally thousands and thousands of other ones out there too. On top of no tariff risks, some other big benefits of online arbitrage include instant start because you don't have to create or market the products yourself, low capital because you can start with just a few $100, no negotiating or cold calling suppliers, which is very difficult for beginner entrepreneurs, no freight forwarding, no brand building, no copywriting, no ads, and total flexibility to pivot and sell what's hot on any given day. Listening to all these gurus on social media, I always thought the only way to make money, really big money, was buying stuff from China and creating your own brand on Amazon with private label. Little did I know that the more profitable way was actually a lot simpler and easier to get started and require less startup capital. Let's compare a new private label seller to an online arbitrage seller. The new private label seller places a $5,000 order minimum due to those high minimum order quantities from their Chinese suppliers. Additionally, they have to wait 60 days minimum in most cases to actually get the product shipped over from China before they even start getting their listing on Amazon, in which case they then have to pay for ads and do copywriting and do really good photography on these products, and you don't yet know if there's actually going to be any sales on your listing. On top of that, there's high overall risk. You have to deal with customs as well as increased tariff risk due to the trade war, and overall it's just significantly more complex. Compare this to an online arbitrage seller that spends a few $100 on some profitable products from Kohl's with proven sales history on Amazon. 3 days later, they come in the mail to you. 1 to 2 weeks later, after you get them shipped off to the Amazon FBA warehouse, you start making sales, and you don't have to commit to one product. You can sell Gap today, you can sell toys tomorrow, you can sell Easter products during Easter, you can sell Thanksgiving products during Thanksgiving. You're just given a lot more overall flexibility. If a product tanks or dries up or something happens to the Amazon listing, you don't have all your eggs in one basket, because as an arbitrage seller, we sell lots of different products at the same time. That means that instead of trying to find that one home run winning Amazon private label product, the arbitrage model, we're just doing base hits, which really add up over time. The way I like to think about it is private label is winner takes all. Really, everything is just if you show up quick in the search. The cool part is, online arbitrage, we're selling products that already show up well in the search that customers already know, like, and trust. We're basically just selling stuff that people are already buying, that they've bought for years. They already trust these brands. And I don't have to run any ads, create any products, or buy stuff from China. I'm just hopping on these listings with proven sales history and waiting for the buy box to rotate to me. And you might be thinking, okay, what if I don't have any reviews? The cool thing is, think about it. When you buy a product on Amazon, you typically don't look at the reviews of the seller, you just look at the reviews of the product. And the nice thing with the arbitrage model is we're just hopping on these products that already have lots of good reviews and proven sales history. Another big issue with the private label model is that your big competitors are actually paying less for you for the same products, which makes it really, really difficult in the tariff era. Meanwhile, with online arbitrage, we're not buying stuff wholesale, we're not negotiating discounts or anything like that. We're basically just treasure hunting for deals and competing with other sellers in terms of finding those deals. Now, I know what some of you guys are thinking. Is the arbitrage model actually allowed on Amazon? Yes, as long as you're buying from legit retailers and paying attention and making sure you're following all of Amazon's policies, online and retail arbitrage are totally allowed. And the nice thing is, we're still incredibly early. Most people that even know about selling Amazon just think the private label model is the only way to do it. And most people, honestly, just the general public, have zero clue that over 60% of products sold on Amazon actually come from everyday people like you and I, third-party sellers. We're still so early with e-commerce in 2025. I was able to take my online arbitrage business from zero to making over $5,000 a month in profit as a lost college grad with no backup plan that had to make it work a couple years ago. To me, the choice is clear. Online arbitrage makes a lot more sense for beginners. It's just significantly easier, less risky, and takes a lot less startup capital than private label. New sellers are often told by gurus on social media, build a brand, but that's not the right choice in my opinion. Private label now requires a bigger budget, legal expertise, really good knowledge of the supply chain, long-term commitment, and being able to navigate political tensions. While online arbitrage offers a faster learning curve, quick cash flow, less risk, and lets you learn the Amazon platform for really, really cheap. I've even seen examples of major private label brands wiped out overnight by these recent tariffs, or just dealing with complex issues like customs, lead times, negotiating with suppliers, and you don't want to be competing with these super sophisticated people as a new seller. Online arbitrage makes a lot more sense for beginners. To make matters worse, China responded with increased reciprocal tariffs on the US. And no one knows what the future looks like. Things could get worse with the trade war. What I do know is that as a new Amazon entrepreneur, flipping products is the way to go. It's way easier than building a brand, marketing a new product, or coming up with some revolutionary idea. OA sellers get to ride the supply chain adaptation rather than get crushed by it. If you're thinking about starting an Amazon side hustle or business right now, there is zero reason to get started with private label due to the political tensions and with tariffs this high. Start with online arbitrage, learn the platform, get some experience, get the ball rolling, then switch over to building a brand later once you have a way higher bankroll and tons more experience and confidence. So regardless of your political opinions, let me know your thoughts on the entire situation down below, as well as if you have any questions about the entire situation. I'm on the road to 100,000 subscribers in 2025, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. I post tons of helpful content for new Amazon sellers, as well as if you want the entire online arbitrage blueprint to get started completely free, I'll leave a link down below in the description. I'll also put it up right here on this video of my free step-by-step online arbitrage free course. Don't let TikTok gurus send you down the wrong path. Start small, lean, and low risk with online arbitrage. The free course is in the description. Click it and get started, and let's get your first profitable sales this month. It's going to show you how to create a seller account, how to find winning products, what softwares you need to use, all the trends you need to know, how to actually ship your products off to the Amazon warehouse, and everything in between, steps A to Z. So let's get after it, guys. Leave a subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.